Realize, man, I've been real empty lately. I never go to church, man. I gotta be honest, I hate church. I always couldn't stand it when I was growing up. Yeah, there's a couple other people going to hell with me. Yeah, there you go. No, you know what it is? I grew up Catholic. I used to sit there in the crowd, you know, listening to the priest. The priests, they were like preaching. They didn't even sound like they believed it. They'd just be up there. This is the gospel, according to Luke. All right? I'm not saying it happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen, all right? I'm just saying what Luke said. Now, according to Luke, the dude got out of the boat. He started walking across the water. I don't know, it sounded crazy to me. I don't know if he was a drinker. But, you know, don't get mad at me. I'm just repeating what Luke said. No, I definitely believe in a higher power, but I think when people just get too in religion, they get crazy. Like, I like people when they get so into it that they actually, like, argue, like, what color Jesus is. You know what I mean? Which is hilarious. That's like one of the most unholy things you could ever do, right? They'll sit there and be like, you know, Jesus, he's for everybody. Rich people, poor people, he doesn't care. He's just a great spirit. Everything's great. Oh, yeah, what color is he? He's white. He looks like me. We're the chosen people, you know? Or some of my black friends try to convince me that Jesus was black. You know, he had that nappy hair, all this stuff, you know? It's the dumbest thing to argue about. I really don't give a shit what color Jesus is. I just don't want him to be mad at me when he comes back. That's my deal. I don't care what he is. When he comes back on that seven-headed horse, chopping people's heads off, whatever the hell it is. I just want when he rides by me, you know, just give me one of these. Make me feel good about my life, you know?
No, to bankers, I think they run the world. Bankers run the world. According to my YouTube Wikipedia research, don't listen to me, I'm an idiot, but I swear to God, I think they do. Fucking blowing off the president, you know? That's what killed me, nerds. Nerds run the fucking world. I couldn't believe it. Doesn't mean somebody big and scary. Nerds. Remember those kids in 4th grade who would strike out playing kickball? Which was practically physically impossible. The ball was like half the size of your body, but somehow they do it. Big swing and a miss, penny loafer flying down the third base line. Those are the guys. Dude, Can anybody explain to me the difference between loan sharking and banking? Is there any fucking difference at this point? One guy was like, well, dude, I'll tell you, you know, the bank won't break your legs. Well, it doesn't fucking have to. What it's doing is legal. The reason why a loan shark does it is because what he does is not legal. So you're like, what do you do, take me to court? Breaks your leg, hey, they'll fucking pay you. No, I'm a maniac. I'm becoming that guy. That conspiracy theory guy, you know those guys? You hang out with them, everything's cool for like the first 10 minutes you're watching the game, then all of a sudden he just looks at you like, dude, you know, there's no gold behind our currency. You realize that, don't you? You're like, oh yeah, that's great. Let me grab my drink. I think I'm gonna walk over here and sit down and get away from end of days down.
No, I'm not saying, I don't know, it's always just weird bringing this shit up, but no, I'm not saying white people aren't evil either, because I know we're evil. I got that evil in me. I do, so I can feel it. That's why I try to suppress it. I try to dress casual, you know what I mean? I'm serious, man. I tried a suit on the other day. I felt it coming up. Like, fuck, man, I want to take over some shit, right? I want to start telling people what to do. I want to go pollute a lake, blame it on my secretary, you know? Dude, I don't even like those movies when they make black and white people get along, man. Even those ones seem ridiculous, you know? Because there always has to be, like, some sort of lesson in those movies. Just like, you know, I never looked at it that way. And it's like, that never happens, you know? Anytime I've ever hung out with a black dude, at no point during the evening has he, like, tried to, like, teach me how to dance, you know? You know, that interracial footloose moment they always have to have in those movies? And I never go to his neighborhood and, like, try to, like, save a school, you know? How many times are they gonna make that movie? You know that movie? The white person goes into the projects. They just have to make a difference. You know, they just made that movie again with, what was it, Hilary Swank? It's like, did you even need to go see it? It's like, let me guess, she shows up and they don't accept her, right? And she goes home, she cries to her effeminate boyfriend who's wearing sweatpants and he's cooking something for some reason, right? And he convinces her to give it one more chance, right? So then she goes back down there, she starts drawing out their inner beauty. Next thing you know, they put a do-rag on her, she starts fucking dancing. And it's just embarrassing
For all races involved, for the love of God, stop making that fucking movie. Dude, the amount of times they made that movie, I would think I would know somebody white who actually did that shit, you know? Just be like, that's Mike, yeah, he saves ghettos. That's what he does, you know? I sit around, I watch Sports Center, you know, he's in the projects every weekend. He's writing his name on the blackboard. My name's Mr. Michael. All right, who threw that? Who threw that? It's just annoying after a while, you know? And it always fucking works out, too. Anytime the white person goes down there, I want to see a movie where it doesn't work out. Like the white dude goes down there the first day, just gets the shit kicked out of him, you know? Just leaving all negative. You can't fucking help these people, you know? You go down there, you try to do something nice. I couldn't get a goddamn word in. It's a $300 prescription. So this lady down at the zoo, she taught this gorilla how to do sign language, okay? And I don't just mean like hello and goodbye, like literally phrases. This thing could like talk about its emotions. They were actually conversing. The gorilla's sitting there talking to her. Oh my God, you look a little upset today. And she's like, oh, you know, I'm kind of sad. And they're just talking. So immediately, like my brain just went fucking crazy. I was like, oh my God, she's talking to a gorilla. I love gorillas. Who doesn't want to talk to a gorilla? And then without thinking that my wife is sleeping, I just blurted out, ask it how much it can bench. Ask it how much it can bench. My wife like pops up. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, look at this. She's talking to a gorilla. And we both just got sucked into this thing, right? So long story short, she's sitting there, she's talking to this gorilla, and one day she decides to get a little kitten, little kitty cat, right? And immediately I'm thinking like, don't get it a cat. It's a gorilla. It's gonna twist the thing's head off, throw the body over there, play with the head for a while, sniffing it and stuff, and then later it's gonna walk over, set the head down next to the body and wonder why the whole thing's not getting up again. Because it's a fucking gorilla. It's a wild animal. Wild animals don't have pets, right? It's kill or be killed out there. That's it. They don't have little parakeets on their shoulders and shit. But it was the exact opposite. She gives it this little kitten, and the thing immediately understood that it was a baby, and this like parental thing came over. It was so like gentle and filled with joy, and just it was like beautiful, right? And then they just understood that it loved this kitten, and they started using it as like a teaching tool, right? So every night they take the cat back, all right? And then the next day they come in, and if the gorilla learned its phrases, it got to play with the kitten. They use it as a motivational tool. So the gorilla's like vocabulary started going through the roof. All right? So to cut to the chase, one night they take the cat home. Somehow the little kitten gets out. It got hit by a car and it died. Yeah, that cat you never met died. I'm sorry for your loss. I know you knew it, all of it, for fucking 20 seconds. You know? I don't know if it was dead instantly, like if it drove right over its head and that was it. Or maybe it just hit the back legs and it tried to crawl away, but it was like stuck to the road, and it was meowing out, and it could see its breath. And right before it lost consciousness, the rats came in, and it was just screaming, and it had such cute little paws. It was like little socks trying to get it off. I don't know what happened, but you seem so fucking concerned about this kitten. Figure I'd throw out a couple of theories. More concerned about the kitten than all the Hitler shit, by the way. More of a reaction. More of a reaction, that's fine. Every crowd's a little bit different. It's not the point of the story, okay? The point of the story was now this lady had to go down to the zoo. She had to tell the gorilla that the kitten was dead, right? So she comes back down to the zoo, and the gorilla's all amped up. This is like its favorite part of the day. Its mind is engaged, and it sees its little friend. And at this point, its vocabulary is like crazy now. And the lady shows up, the gorilla's all amped up, and just looks at her just like, oh, shit! What's up? Yeah! Right? Now, I can't do sign language, so you're going to have to bear with me through the rest of this bit. I'm going to do the best I can, all right? So the thing's like, what's up? Yeah! All right? But the zookeeper lady, she has like, you know, just sitting there all sad, you know, trying to think how she's going to tell it, right? And the gorilla picked up on the vibe. All right? She's kind of like, hello. All right? And all of a sudden the gorilla's energy just comes all down. She just starts looking at the lady like, what's wrong with you? Is there something that I need to know? Huh? So the lady's sitting there, she's like, Jesus. Well, the kitty cat, it got hit by a car, and it's fucking dead.
It's nice to be back here down in the South, man. I had a real weird experience last time I came down here. I was in Nashville, right? Sort of an awkward social situation, right? I'm sitting at this bar. There's this white dude sitting like 2 stools away. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. And that Terrell Owens story was in like sports news. So I try to make conversation. I'm like, man, look at this guy. This guy just signed a $40 million contract. He's already bitching, man. How much money do you need to make? And the dude looks at me. He's like, you know what I say? And then he looked over his shoulder, which I now know is the telltale sign that the N-word is coming, and it's coming hard. Oh yeah, it's not gonna be pronounced with the A, it's gonna be with the R, and he hit the R, he like stuck the landing. There was like a dismount, Klan members high-fiving in the background, like doing the wave. Just out of nowhere, so now immediately I'm looking over my shoulder like, dude, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm waiting for like this hail of black fists to come raining down on top of me. I hate when people do stuff like that. That dude made me part of like a potential ass kicking that I had nothing to do with. You don't do shit like that. He just had that word, hot potato, just threw it in my lap. Trying to pass it down to the next white dude. I hate when people do that, man. You know, it's like, dude, feel me out first. Ask some questions. Do you like to fish? Have you ever fucked your sister, right? I start rattling off answers, then you go old school. You give me a pamphlet, you tell me about your militia. Don't just dive into it. That dude was one of the angriest people I ever met. I should have known that word was coming, because he was just watching Terrell, right? Anytime I would bring up, look at man, that guy's talking trash, he would just like flip out. He won't shut up! You know those people get like so mad they're not even looking at you? Their eyes are up, you just shut up and play the game! You know what's funny? I don't even like Terrell, but now I love the guy. Because every time I see him talking trash, I know this idiot in Nashville is just losing his mind, like kicking over his kitchen TV. Shut the fuck up! I like violence, man. I am. Not like when it happens to me or if I see it live. I like watching it on TV, you know? Watching people, you know, get attacked by animals. Just get blasted in the face or something, you know? Like, I'm a huge sports fan. You know what my favorite, like, moment of, like, the last year was in sports? That Detroit Piston, Indiana Pacer bench clearing brawl. Wasn't that great? That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I was so confused when I watched ESPN that day. They were like, that was absolutely disgraceful. Basketball fans, they just must be... I'm sitting there looking like, I'm a basketball fan. I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed watching out-of-shape civilians get the shit kicked out of them by professional athletes. It was fascinating. And I think as sports fans, we kind of had it coming, right? Because how many times you gone to a game, right? You got a little too drunk, you started screaming at some dude on the field who could clearly kick the shit out of you, right? If you saw him in the parking lot, you'd be like, hey, can you sign my stamp collection? I think you're awesome. You get in the game, you're all drunk, you're like, you suck, buddy! You're a piece of shit! And they're always calling him up, come on up here! No, come on up here! Well, they came up there. They did, and they kicked the shit out of everybody. It was great. It was like a cartoon. You're like beating up whole rows of people at once, like... I loved every second. I love how Ron Artest punched the wrong guy. Wasn't that great? He taught that dude a valuable lesson in life. When shit goes down, you don't just stand there like you're watching a movie like, wow, it's coming right at me. Must be in 3D or something. That was a 5'6", 110-pound white dude, had an angry 6'10" black dude running right at him. That had to have been in his top 3 nightmares all time. Right behind getting his dick cut off and being lit on fire. And he just stood there. He's like trying to explain himself. Well, I still have the liquid in my cup, so there's no way I could have...
developing all these new fears. Like, I have a fear of flying now. I never had a fear of it. It's not straight across the board flying. I don't like small planes all of a sudden. I just don't like them. It has nothing to do with the plane. I believe in the planes, okay? I just don't believe in the pilots. Because you know why? I don't think the airline does either. Which is why that dude is flying that little plane. The airline was basically like, all right, we'll give you like 28 people. See how you do, you know? You fly them out, you land, you bring another 28 back. We'll let you do this for a while. You do this for a while, we don't get any complaints. No up and down, no, none of that shit. We'll move you up to 35 people, and then one day you'll be in a jet. Woo, we're going a little faster, right?